Hey guys, how you doing? um, it's been a rough day today. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sin, and I have terminal cancer. And one of the things that I have been waiting on is a phone call from the Mayo Clinic in Rochester. I was just at the Mayo Clinic 2 weeks ago, somewhere around there, and they did a CT scan and some blood work, and the whole goal with being at Mayo was to talk to the surgeons and decide if my radiation had shrunk this tumor enough to be able to resect it, to go in surgically and remove it. And the call from Mayo today, it wasn't good at all. So let me explain. So the reason I didn't get an answer while of whether or not they were going to do the surgery while I was at the Mayo was because my cancers, both of them, are so rare. They wanted to take this before the tumor board and discuss it, kind of like a roundtable discussion where they get all of the experts' heads together and say, okay, look at all of the information, look at the most recent objective data like the CAT scans and the lab results and all of that, and determine what is the best way to go. And here's the answer. I have a decision to make, because there's not much that can be done, according to them. So the Mayo says that my decision is either, one, to not have surgery on the tumor, not go through any more chemo, let nature take its course, basically go on hospice and wait and not do anything. That's option number one. Option number two. Option number two is to have the resection, but the resection comes with stipulations, and stipulations is just a big word. It's a legal word for agreement. So I agree to A, in turn they agree to resect the tumor. So I have to agree to going through 2 months of a different type of chemotherapy. There'll be 2 types of chemotherapy. The first one would be 5FU, which is what I was on before. And the second type, I can't even pronounce, but I'll find it and let you guys know. But it's kind of a harsh chemo. But anyway, I go on that chemo regimen for 2 months. And that regimen is not to, hang on a second. That chemo regimen is not to do anything with the current tumor. The current tumor is sealed off with blood supply, so right now, until it grows new blood vessels, it's not going to grow anymore. But I have so many cancer cells within my abdomen, and the surgery itself is an extremely invasive, very difficult surgery, and the healing time and the healing process is equally difficult. The surgeon wants to make sure that he has eliminated as many cancer cells in my abdomen as possible prior to taking the tumor out, so that they don't start to grow, I don't develop more tumors, or I don't have any other tumor-related issues during surgery or recovery. So I have to do that and then get rescanned in March and make sure that the tumor that I have has not grown. And if those 2 things are accomplished, I go through the chemo regimen and the tumor has not grown, he will resect the tumor. Now, he'll resect the tumor, but he can't guarantee that he can get the whole thing because of where the tumor is located. And also because there is a high probability that it is adhered to my rectum or my peritoneum, the inside of my abdomen, which makes things worse. He did guarantee that with surgery will come an ostomy. So I will have a colostomy or ileostomy. I'm not sure which. I'm assuming a colostomy, that it would be low enough to be a colostomy. Definitely temporary for 6 months, and then he will consider taking it back down and putting everything back together, but more likely than not, a permanent ostomy. So it would be at least a 6-month healing time with one more surgery, potentially. The question is, if he can't resect the entire tumor, if he can't get it all out, then I've gone through all of that for nothing, and I have not increased the quality nor the quantity of my life. So, my decision obviously is not made yet. Haven't made that decision. It's been a really rough day. If I make the decision to not have the tumor and not have the chemotherapy and focus on having a great quality of life for the time that I have left, my time will be under 6 months. More like 3. If I decide to have the surgery, I spend the next 2 months in chemo, then a day or 2 in surgery, another month and a half to 2 months after that of healing from the surgery. And on the off chance that he gets all of the tumor, then we can proceed with getting me back to being as healthy as I can. If he can't get all of the tumor, I've spent all of that time sick. And I just don't know what to do yet. It was almost like hearing there's nothing we can do. And I just won't accept that right now. I can't. It's taken me a couple hours just to be able to breathe through this, let alone say it. So that's all I'm going to say for tonight. If you have questions, if I haven't explained this appropriately, please put them in the comments, because when I get my head about me, you know me, I will somehow come out of this little funk that I'm in right now, and I'll be able to say, okay, this is this and that's that. But right now, my head is swimming, and I don't know which way to go, because neither one feels right, because I don't want to die. I'm not ready yet. Ugh. So, I want everyone to have a good night, because it's almost Christmas, and this needs to be a great, happy Christmas. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I promise. and I'll be in a better mood and I won't be crying. Or I might be crying. But we're going to go for a walk and talk tomorrow, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so because you might not have much time left. God, that was a really, really bad joke. So, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you.